Okay, class 6. In the last video, we discussed about physical quantity. Physical quantity being anything that can be measured, or any measurable quantity is called a physical quantity. Okay, like mass, length, time, temperature, area, volume, speed, etc. being some examples of it. All right. Now we also spoke about measurement. Okay, we also discussed measurement. Measurement means to compare an unknown quantity to a known fixed quantity of the same kind. All right, now I suggest you, if you haven't checked the previous video, first go and check the previous video. Okay, because today we are going to talk about two physical quantities. In this video I'm going to discuss about two physical quantities. One is mass and the other is length, and the other physical quantity is length that we're going to discuss about. All right, now one more thing I want to tell you. Whatever topics we discuss about, all right, whatever things we discuss about in the video or in the previous video as well, okay, make sure that you all make a note of the things that we discuss. All right, in the videos, the things that we discuss, make sure that you make a note of it. All right, everything that we discuss, make sure you note it down in your exercise book. Okay, because that is going to help you. All right, so the physical quantity that we are going to discuss about today is mass. All right, now we spoke about mass in the first chapter also while we were in the school itself. Okay, we discussed about mass. Okay, but still a recap for you all. Mass is the amount of atoms and molecules packed in a body, remember. Now in your book you might see mass is the amount of matter present in a body. Okay, amount of matter means amount of atoms and molecules packed in a body. The more the atoms and molecules packed in a body, okay, the more the mass. The lesser the atoms and molecules packed in a body, the lesser the mass. Okay, so take for example this pen cover, okay, and the pen itself. All right, now when we compare the pen to the pen cover, okay, there is more amount of atoms and molecules packed in the pen itself, okay, than in this pen cover. Okay, so therefore obviously this pen has a greater mass than the pen cover. Okay, the pen has a greater mass than the pen cover. All right, okay, now I also told you in the previous video itself, in order to measure any physical quantity we need the help of a unit. Okay, we need the help of a unit, remember, to measure any physical quantity, be it mass, be it length, be it speed, be it anything, be it force, be it temperature, be it time. Okay, in order to measure any physical quantity we need the help of a unit, remember that. Okay, so the different units that we use, okay, to measure mass are kilogram, represented by kg, gram, okay, quintal, ton, also called a metric ton, okay, could be milligram. Okay, all right, so these are different units that we use: kilogram, gram, quintal, ton, milligram. We have centigram also. Okay, all right, hectogram. But these are some of the basic units that we use in our day-to-day life. Now out of these units also, the most important ones are number 1 and number 2. Okay, for mass only. We are only discussing mass right now. Okay, so the units that we most basically, very important units for mass are kilogram and gram. So these are, so to say, special units out of so many units for mass. Okay, so many units for mass. Okay, these are two special units. Okay, one is called the SI unit and the other is called the CGS unit. So if someone asks you what is the SI unit of mass, the SI unit of mass is kilogram, remember. What is the CGS unit of mass? The CGS unit of mass is gram. Okay, now it's not just mass which has SI and CGS units. Okay, all physical quantities have SI units and CGS units. Okay, we'll see today in this video we'll see what is the SI unit for length. Okay, along with mass we'll also see what is the SI unit for length. So do remember, SI unit of mass is kilogram, CGS unit of mass is gram, remember that. Okay, now the relation between them: 1 kilogram is 1000 grams. I hope you know this. Okay, I believe you have already studied about this, the conversions in your junior classes. Or 1 gram is 1 upon 1000 kilogram. Okay, you should remember all of these relations, different relations. Okay, 1 kg is 1000. These two relations are one and the same. Okay, here we've expressed kg in terms of grams. Here we are expressing grams in terms of kilogram. Okay, all right. So the other unit that we use, these are the two special units, remember, out of so many other units. The other unit is quintal. 1 quintal is 100 kilogram. So here we are expressing quintals in terms of kilogram, the SI unit. 1 quintal is 100 kg. Remember, 100 kgs make 1 quintal. 1 ton or metric ton, 1 ton is 1000 kilogram. Remember that. Likewise, 1 milligram. So 1 kilogram is 1 with 6 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 kg is 1 with 6 zeros milligram. Okay, or 10 lakh milligram. Okay, this is ones, tens, 100,000, 10,000. Okay, lakh, 10 lakh. So this is 10 lakh milligram, or 1 with 6 zeros. Okay, so these are the different relations. Note down the relations. Note down everything that we are discussing along with the definition of mass. Remember the different units. Okay, so note it down. All right, now, so these are the different units. Now this is something called submultiples of the SI unit of kilogram. Submultiples means, for now you can understand, submultiples means lesser than. Okay, so we are going to, submultiples means lesser than. So what are the units which are lesser than the SI unit? What are the units which are lesser than the SI unit of mass, which is kilogram? So gram and milligram. I'm giving you two examples over here. Gram is lesser than a kilogram, remember, because 1000 grams makes 1 kilogram. Okay, or 1 gram is 1 upon 1000 kilogram. Okay, likewise, milligram is also lesser than a kilogram. Milligram is also lesser than a kilogram. 1 kilogram is 10 lakhs milligram. 10 lakh milligram makes 1 kilogram. Okay, so these two units, there are other units also, centigram, okay, decigram, okay, but we don't basically use them. Okay, so these are the two most commonly used units. All right, so we are only looking at two. Okay, so if someone asks you what are the submultiples of the SI unit of mass, or what are the submultiples of kilogram, okay, the question can be asked in two ways. What are the submultiples of the SI unit of mass, or what are the submultiples of kilogram? Okay, so the submultiples of kilogram or the submultiples of SI unit of mass are gram and kilogram. These relations are very important, don't forget. So now multiples of kilogram, multiples mean bigger than, okay, more than. Submultiples was lesser than, multiples means bigger than or more than. Now 1 quintal is bigger than a kilogram. Okay, now 100 kilograms makes 1 quintal. Likewise, ton is a multiple of kilogram, or ton is a multiple of the SI unit of mass. This is the SI unit of mass, don't forget. Okay, so 1 ton is 1000 kilogram. 1000 kilograms makes 1 ton. Remember that. Okay, all right. One thing I forgot to tell you, that is the full form of SI. SI means, let me write it here itself. SI full form is System International. Inter, N-A-T-I-O-N-A-L. INTERNATIONL, System International. Okay, System International meaning world over, internationally this is followed. This unit, kilogram, is used internationally. All right, okay, so this is called System International. Worldwide, kilogram is the SI unit of mass. Okay, worldwide, wherever, whichever corner of the world you go to, 1 kilogram is always the same, Okay, CGS means, CGS full form means centimeter. I'm writing in short form. C stands for centimeter, G stands for gram, and S stands for seconds. C stands for centimeter, G stands for gram, and S stands for seconds, don't forget. SI means System International, or some people also call it Standard International. Some people also call it Standard International. okay, but actually the full form is System International, which is internationally followed, okay, at different corners of the world. All right, so this is all about mass, remember. The next physical quantity that we are going to discuss today very quickly is length. Okay, now what is length? Length means the distance between any 2 points is called length. The distance between any 2 points, okay, to be more precise, the distance between any 2 fixed points. Any 2 fixed points is called length. So I have one point here, A, another point B. These two are fixed points. So the distance between them is what is called the length. Okay. So remember, now since we need a unit to measure any physical quantity, we need the help of a unit to measure any physical quantity. So the unit we use to measure length are meter, centimeter, we have kilometer, we have millimeter, okay, we have other units also, we have feet, okay, we have inches, all right, okay, but most commonly we use these units: meter, centimeter, kilometer, millimeter. All right, if you wish to, you can add the fifth also, inches. Okay, it's better you write this down, inches, okay, and write foot. Don't write feet, write foot. Okay, so these are some of the other units: meter, centimeter, kilometer, millimeter, inches, foot. Okay, now out of these many units, the most special ones are meter, which is the SI unit, System International Unit or Standard International Unit, which is meter. The CGS unit for length is centimeter. So if someone asks you what is the SI unit for length, it's meter. What is the CGS unit for length? It's centimeter. What is the SI unit for mass? Okay, it's kilogram. What is the CGS unit for mass? It's gram, don't forget. Okay, but if it's SI unit of length, it's meter. CGS unit of length, it's centimeter. Now these are the relations. 1 meter is 100 centimeter, okay, or 1 centimeter is 1 upon 100 meter. Okay, the other units, kilometer, 1 kilometer is 1000 meter. So to say, a kilometer is bigger than a meter. So you can say this is a multiple of meter. Okay, millimeter, 1 meter is 1000 millimeter. Okay, and there are other units, inches, foot. I'm not giving you the relations for them. All right, now again, what is the multiple of SI unit of length, which is meter? So the question could be again asked in two ways: what is the multiple of SI unit of length, or what is the multiple of meter? Multiple of meter, I'm only giving you one. It's kilometer. 1 kilometer is 1000 meter. All right, likewise, submultiple. Submultiple means lesser than, don't forget. Multiple means more than or bigger than. Okay, so what are the units here? What are the units bigger than a meter, or what are the units bigger than the SI unit of length? It's kilometer. It's bigger than a meter. Okay, likewise, submultiples of SI unit of length or submultiples of meter. What are the units lesser than meter? Lesser than meter units are centimeter. 1 meter is 100 centimeters, because 100 centimeters means, 100 centimeters makes 1 meter, and the other is millimeter. 1 meter is 1000 millimeter. Okay, so note all of these things down. Pause the video and note everything down, remember. Okay, these things will help you. If you have any problems, of course you can let me know, class 6. All right, so stay safe. All right, take care. Thank you so much.